All right, it's the beginning of day 12. We are leaving Harper's Ferry at bright and early, 7:01. Got up early. Sun just coming up over the Potomac. I don't know if you can see that okay. We're about to go across a railroad trestle and cross into the great state of Maryland. I know a Maryland. All right, here we go. It's another beautiful day. I don't know where we're going or how far. We know tomorrow is apparently the mother storm. We took a Nero in Harper's Ferry yesterday. Met a person at the ATC visitor center, and they shuttled us to get restocked and managed properties, and said, well, I got a place you can stay for $10. It was a 1840s house, wonderful facilities for $10. Holy moly. Trail Angels, it's magic. Turned out to be a through hiker and was sharing some of the love. That was wonderful. Maybe all that trail magic I did paid forward's coming to pay back off. Anyway, day 12 starting off beautifully. Wonderful morning. Here we go. All right, walking across the railroad trestle. This is where the Shenandoah River and the what's this river? Which one? Oh yeah, the Potomac. The Potomac and the Shenandoah River meet right here. You can see a couple of old bridge foundations. Here's a train track. There's the Potomac. That's the Potomac, and that's the Shenandoah coming in over there. You leave Harper's Ferry and you walk down a canal for a few miles with the Potomac River on the right. Beautiful big old river. A lot of history here. All right. It's been a good morning. Coming out of Harper's Ferry, you have a 3 or so mile walk where you're following a canal. And real easy. Flat. Then you make a 1,000-foot climb, pretty rocky switchbacks, and then you follow this ridge, which is wonderful. It's just, again, it's flat. You've already made the climb, I guess, and just keeps on going. I like it. This is a good way to walk. Put some miles down pretty quickly this way. Terrain doesn't look bad today. Not a lot of, except for that one climb back there. I don't see any more big climbs today. Not sure how far I'm gonna try to go. I wanted to go 17 miles, and there's this wonderful campsite. It's free. Pitch your tent, has restrooms, it has showers. It's all free. But we're supposed to have some pretty severe thunderstorms come in tonight. And I have the option of stopping at 16. And there's a couple of new shelters there. Or pressing on to mile 22. And I think there's a shelter there. Since it's so pretty and I'm moving pretty fast today, right now I'm inclined to do the 22. I'll see how I feel later. My friends, the Hillsman, sent me some shoes. I had sent them all down to them earlier, and they sent me some to Harper's Ferry I picked up yesterday. And I got some new insoles to go in them. It's supposed to be the latest and greatest. And so I'm curious to see how my feet hold up with these. My old Merrells, I had these Merrell Moab waterproof, were wonderful. I got about 500 miles. I never had a blister. And this morning, I'm feeling a few little hot spots. And I've tried lacing them a couple different ways, and it seems to help. During that initial climb, my feet were loose in the shoes. And I could feel my feet twisting in them. So I laced them a little tighter. So I'm gonna have to find that balance so I don't get a blister or anything. Nothing slows me down more than blisters, or maybe rocks, I don't know. Anyway, been getting a lot of nice comments on the videos. My family seems to be enjoying them. My little grandson, he's only 10 months old. His mother and father sent a picture of him, or a video of him, after he was watching the video and he was clapping. Now that made me pretty happy. He probably thought it was time to eat. That's probably what it was all about, but I can imagine that it was me. All right, looks like I'm starting a little descent here. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right, here's a view of Maryland. It's a real pretty valley, green. You see the green down there? This is White Rocks Trail. Maryland's pretty. It's not as pretty as Maryland, but Maryland's okay. All right, back at it. White Rocks Trail. I'm beginning to notice something here today that I find a disturbing trend. I look off to the right of the trail, there are no rocks. And I look off to the left of the trail, and there are no rocks. But as I look directly in front of me on the trail, it's all rocks. Now I may be wrong, but I believe they are like bringing in rocks to put on the trail. I mean, look, no rocks, no rocks, rocks. Don't understand this. It's like they ran the trail down an old creek bed, which causes my feet to hurt. And how many ankles have been sprained? Because, look, no rocks, rocks, no rocks. Oh, this must be the trail. I'll just follow the rocks. That's just an observation I've had today. All right, on we go. All right, hiking on the trail. Let's see. I'm about 5.5 miles from the shelter. About a half mile from a campground up here. My good friend Bigfoot said this is where he suggested I camp, and I really wanted to. And but there's a big chance of thunderstorms coming in tonight. I didn't want my tent to be like that scene in The Wizard of Oz when the house goes flying through the air. Anyway, had something real interesting just happen. I was coming up on the trail, and I just passed, there was a shelter back there. Two shelters, actually. Old one and the new one. And about a quarter of a mile north of the shelter, there were two boys hiking. They both had on packs. And they were very overdressed. Flannel. It's about 75 degrees here today. And overdressed, overpacked, just too much. And one of the boys was laying on the side of the trail. I thought they were horsing around, so I said, "You guys okay?" And I noticed the one on the ground wasn't okay. So I stopped. I started talking to him. He couldn't talk. It was a combination of heat, dehydration, and alcohol consumption. Apparently he and his buddy had gone down to the shelter, and I found an empty 24 case of Coolers laying right in the middle of the trail, the packaging. So I figured these boys had a little party down there, but this boy couldn't walk, and his friend looked a little scared. So I grabbed the young guy who was laying there and asked him how he was doing, and he couldn't talk. His pants were hanging about halfway down his butt. And I got my spare water. I said, "You got water?" No, he didn't have water. So I squirted water in his mouth. I said, "Open your mouth." And he opened his mouth. I squirted water. I treated him like I would one of my tennis players when they had a little heat problem. I squirted water on the back of his neck, and he said that felt better. And I said, "Good, let me help you stand." So I lifted him up one hand, I let go, and he fell right back down. I looked at his buddy, I said, "You gonna be okay?" He goes, "I don't know if I can get him out of here." I said, "Do you want me to help him?" He says, "No." He says, "You go ahead, I'll take care of him." He said, "We're just going to the next parking lot." I got away from him a little bit. The next parking lot's about 3/4 of a mile. And my thinking was, these boys gonna need some help. So I got up there and I called 911. They're gonna send some help to the boys. And maybe they'll get some good help. I'm sure he'll be okay. But he got water. He couldn't stand. And like I said, the other boy looked a little scared. And I didn't want to leave anybody on the trail distressed. But maybe he'll learn a lesson here too. The trail's serious, and it can hurt you if you're not prepared. And he wasn't prepared. All right, talk to you in a bit. All right, here I am at the Dahlgren Backpacking Campground here in Maryland. I really like it. It's intended for backpackers only. It's got a men's and women's restroom. It's got bear bags. It's got picnic areas. And this is just really cool. I understand you can even call and order pizza. I think my friend Bigfoot said that. But there's showers on the inside. Man, this is ideal. I want to stay, but I just looked at the weather, and sure enough, about 9 or 10 o'clock, thunderstorms start rolling in. So, but thank you though, Department of Maryland Department of Natural Resources, for providing this for us. All right, I'm hiking up here in Washington County, Maryland, and here is the first monument to George Washington. How cool. Got a great view here. There's a little sign about it. Get back so you can read it. Very neat. All right, here's the view from the backside of the Washington Monument. Maryland men blowing off stuff. This is cool. All right. I'm crossing an interstate in Maryland. This is kind of cool. There's a lady with a dog. All right, I'll let go here. All right, here Here we are at Pine Knob Shelter. This is in New Jersey. You had to cross an interstate to get here. We've got Down Under Goose. Is that it? Down Under Goose. This is his second day on the trail. He's doing a flip-flop, and he built a big old fire here. Of course, there's Groot, and there's another lady. She's already asleep. She said her name's Snail. She's from Canada. Anyway, we're here at the trail. It was a good day, 23.5 miles, and I'm about to make a little dinner. It was actually one of the easiest days I think I've ever had hiking, because there was only 1,000-foot climb. Everything else was just nice. There were several rocks, but that was about it. Anyway, I've got a big storm coming in tonight, so we're going to batten down the hatches.